Hello trophy hunters, welcome to my newest ultra rare platinum video where I've been going over the rarest and shiniest of trophies that I've earned over the last 15 or 16 years. We're finally into the last 10 and getting into some of my rarest games I've achieved the platinum for. These are all under 2% PSN profiles rarity. So sit back and enjoy numbers 10 through 6 as we start with our first game of the video. Just like its sequel further down my list, Battlefront makes an appearance on my rarest platinums. The first game didn't really find its footing until later on in its lifespan. I started to enjoy the game once more of the DLCs were out. This opened up more abilities and weapons to customize the loadouts with. My favourite DLC was the Rogue One Scarif add-on, which saw you running around the beach environments from the movie. These games do a really good job of immersing you. You feel like a foot soldier of the rebels repelling the Hoth attack, or the Imperials defending the Death Star from the rebel scum. The vehicle and starship fighting is just as cool and immersive as the action-packed ground battles. Smaller modes are also enjoyable, with Capture the Flag being a highlight for me. The graphics are still amazing and the sound design is perfect. The platinum is tough, with the rarer trophies in the list actually shying away from the large-scale multiplayer. The rarest overall trophy is awarded for completing all missions in mission mode on the hardest difficulty. You'll have to survive waves upon waves of enemies to earn this, carefully managing your positioning and cooldowns for your abilities. Thankfully, this can be done in co-op to make it easier. Shout out to Press X Gaming for helping me with this many years ago. There's a few trophies tied to this mode, so it was nice to get those out of the way with a friend. The rarest within the multiplayer is a tough one. I had to focus on it for a while to achieve. Trampled 25 enemies in an AT-ST Walker. Vehicles are power-ups in Battlefront, which presents several problems. They always spawn in the same location, so multiple players might be camping for them and looking out for them. You can be taken down quite easily if ganged up on, as you're not looking to shoot your weapons much because you want to trample them for the trophy. It's one of those tricky trophies that influences how you would normally play. But progress does come if you focus solely on the task at hand. I really enjoyed my time with Battlefront and even went out of my way to achieve 100% across all trophies. The Scarif DLC includes a leveling trophy to reach level 100. This alone added hours upon hours of just playing matches. I loved this. It meant I could just play normally whilst earning progress to a level once I had the platinum and every other trophy. The player base moved on to Battlefront 2, improving upon the original in every way. But in March releases the Classic Collection for Battlefront. I can't wait to play these even older games. I bought this game at release in 2008. I loved everything about it. It had so much content. The single player was epic with a shocking conclusion. The multiplayer was huge and popular with multiple game modes. It had loads of leveling and plenty of unlockables. It was a really good time. Then there was a co-op PvE mode with its own classes, leveling and perks. There was so much to digest and enjoy. The trophies too were so varied across the 3 game modes. The campaign had collectibles, a huge amount of weapon kill related stuff and challenging difficulty modes. The 8-player co-op had its own leveling, collectibles and kill related trophies. And then there was the multiplayer, which I remember spending a hell of a lot of time on. It has the least amount of trophies across the modes, but one would make up for that being a gigantic grind. Achieve 10,000 kills in multiplayer. The only other trophy like this that I can think of was Battlefield Bad Company. I think there was a 10,000 kill trophy in that as well. It was hard to get naturally without farming, or at least being aware of what you're aiming for. I can't remember specifics, but repeating deathmatch was my go-to for kills. The risk there being there could be another good player who would sap your kills. Team deathmatch and other team-based modes were a little lighter on progress, but it was wise to do, to break up the grind and not repeat any given mode. As good as any game is, if you're just counting a number going up slowly to achieve something, grind fatigue is going to settle in. When I finally got the last kill and the trophy, I remember messaging the guy who was my 10,000th kill, thanking him for the platinum trophy. I'm pretty sure he told me to go f myself. This was only my 5th platinum. It was the longest I'd spent on a game for trophies at the time, with maybe Resident Evil 5 coming close. This series has been dormant for 12 years until recently, as Resistance Retribution has come out on PS5. Now that originally appeared on the PSP in 2009. Retribution will not be on any rare platinum list, but it was enjoyable. It was also the last video I worked on, so you can check that out if the series interests you. Three first-person shooters in a row now. You can see how rare multiplayer shooters can be, and Hell Let Loose is no exception. I have a lot to be thankful for with this game. It's the first tactical shooter that has come close to the glory days of Red Orchestra, a PC World War II shooter from way back in the day. It inspired me to start a YouTube channel, as crazy stuff happened in the game constantly, and I thought it'd just be a fun video. The immersive and both parts hilarious or serious proximity based VoIP really make this game stand out. My platinum video on this is actually my most popular, and that's because the game speaks for itself. Everybody loves it. It just has a high learning curve and some complicated systems at first. You can watch my video for a more in-depth look at the trophies, but just know it is ultra rare for a reason. You'll have to become proficient in multiple roles, especially anti-tank. Not only is getting normal kills in this game difficult, whether that's infantry or vehicles, gaining ground is a challenge. Every objective and inch of ground you gain feels earned. Honestly, you'll forget about the trophies playing this game. It won't be until the grindier ones that they become noticeable. Namely for building 100 of each resource node as an engineer. I really felt bad farming this, as it doesn't help the team whatsoever building these and then dismantling them over and over again. I was very thankful once these trophies were complete, and I was rightfully team killed on occasion for this. The last one I needed was the 100 vehicle kills, which meant I could focus on what I enjoyed about the game and what I was good at. Setting up ambushes, taking out tanks, and destroying transport vehicles with 8 people in them. Very satisfying. I'm reminded of this game every day as I check my channel, and it's just fantastic. I plan to go back to earn the DLC trophies at some point, but please, please play Hell Let Loose.
Filthy, traitorous beast.
Your fall was your own.
And your head will be mine.
Round 1, fight!
Ah, the wonderful Mortal Kombat X. With the current problems Mortal Kombat 1 is having, it's easy to look back and see what we took for granted at the time. MKX is a fantastic fighting game. The atmosphere, the roster, the actual gameplay, it's up there with my favourites in the series. It's also the only fighting game with the Predator and the Alien in the roster. Even if it was terrible, I would still love it. But thankfully, it is great and still holds up today. When this came out, I hadn't really found my footing in fighting games yet. I've always been a fan, always enjoyed competitive fighters, and was even quite good at them. But I didn't quite understand why I was good at them. It wasn't really until MK11 that I started to dig deep into frame data, startups, recovery, and many other fighting game community terms I had only seen in passing at the time. I think Mortal Kombat X was the last fighter I enjoyed as a casual superfan of the genre. But man, there was a lot to enjoy. Epic single player, robust online multiplayer, the crypt, King of the Hill, and of course, the fatalities. Trophies involved a lot of leveling and playing different game modes, whilst using every character. The rarest trophy in the game is Respected Fighter. Earn 1000 respect points, which can only be obtained in King of the Hill matches. Not only do you have to win to be King of the Hill, you must earn the respect of your opponent and the spectators. You are at their mercy for progress towards this trophy, as they choose between 1 and 10 respect points to award you with. So if you played like a dick, you could earn 0 respect from a full lobby of salty players and earn 0 progress towards the trophy. Quite a funny and daunting prospect. Perhaps not the rarest, but a fun, challenging trophy I remember is Dropping Fools. Reach a 10 complete game win streak in 1v1 ranked matches. Pretty brutal. I load this up sometimes and wish MK1 was a bit more like it. I do have hope for Mortal Kombat 1, it's going in the right direction. In fact, Peacemaker and crossplay are coming to the game this week, but MKX really had it all, and the Platinum allowed you to see all sides of that. To say I was excited for this crossover is an understatement. Back then I was confused how Tekken characters could function in a Street Fighter game with their more grounded attacks. But now my mains are usually ones that don't throw fireballs, so now it makes perfect sense to me. The roster in this game is immense, picking a lot of characters from both series that I really enjoy. Although they did omit Leo, which is fine, there's other characters I enjoy. The tag mechanic is well thought out, with combos looking really flashy as well. The gem system, although heavily monetized and likely the game's downfall, is actually a fun mechanic. Activating effects based on what you do in the match is an interesting way to gain a tactical advantage. The trophy list is as diverse and varied as the roster and contains, at the time of writing this, 14 ultra rare trophies. You'll have to finish rounds with different super moves and tag finishes, unlock all gallery items by completing the game with all characters, fight and win online matches, obtain all titles, which have multiple requirements. The rarest trophy is a bronze, because of course it is, called Mission Specialist, where you need to complete challenges. This can be difficult for casual fans. You're not really getting past this unless you understand certain game mechanics. Some precise execution is needed also. But if you can get past this, then only time-consuming trophies will be left. It's worth noting that this Platinum is the Vita that I have. I used to play this whilst walking to work. Most requirements are seemingly cut in half compared to the PS3 counterpart, making the Vita both rarer and easier to obtain. I would like to go back to the PS3 version sometime. It's worth noting that a Tekken X Street Fighter was planned, but I think it turned out to be too much work. In the end, Akuma was the only character to make it over to Tekken 7 as a guest character, and he became one of the most powerful in the whole game. Phew, and that's it my friends. The next video is going to be the last Ultra Platinum video for now, being my last 5 games in the list. What's interesting here is over the last year of making videos, I haven't really earned anything that jeopardizes the current order. Certain games have become more or less rare than what they originally were. I think I'll do a quick recap of the current order and their rarities for next time. Thanks as always for watching. Please subscribe if you enjoyed the video, but I'll catch you next time for the final ultra rare platinum video. See ya.